Say live. I ain't been live on a lot. I ain't been live on StreamYard in a minute. Hopefully I still know how to work this thing. I'll come in and make sure y'all share it live. But some people get up in here. I'm giving people a moment to get up in here. I'm going to cover this the school shooting in Colorado. I noticed it ain't been getting much coverage at all, and I'm wondering why. And I am going to cover, again, the Charlie situation. Because I did a little more research. I spoke on some stuff, and some people sent me some research on it. And I got better context of some shit, which really just changed my opinion on that situation, not on everything else. But go ahead, share it live, y'all. Get a few more people up in here. Feel free to comment. Anybody want to come up and join me? I'll send you the link. I got some video footage I want to go over. Also, turn this fan on. Share it live if you ain't here. Like I said, I want to cover this Colorado shooting. Well, I believe 3 kids were shot. Thank God they survived. And we're going to get a little more information on it. Give the people some more time to get up in here. I haven't seen too many people in here yet. But I'm going to go ahead and start some of the video. Some of the videos I want to fair use to YouTube, me using these channels. Hopefully they don't turn my stuff off or strike my channel. I'm gonna get to this one. We got new details on the shooting. Hopefully y'all can see it. My phone a little raggedy, but we're gonna get to it.
New details on the school shooting outside of Denver yesterday. CNN's Whitney Wild joins us with the latest. Whitney, what are you learning?
Well, there's some top headlines here, but just to get our viewers up to speed, this shooting happened yesterday afternoon around 2:24 p.m. That was in Mountain Time. This is a large high school. This is 900 kids. There was a student who got onto campus, according to law enforcement, took the bus to school and began shooting at fellow students. 2 classmates are still in critical condition at the hospital. The shooter died of self-inflicted gunshot wound yesterday. Here are the latest updates, Boris. They have now identified that shooter as 16-year-old Desmond Holly. Again, they say he was a student at Evergreen High School. This is about 45 minutes west of Denver. The spokeswoman for this area, this is the Jefferson County Sheriff's Office, spokeswoman Jackie Kelly, made the point that this shooter appears to have been a blend of a targeted but somewhat random shooting. And she said that because what they understand about how this happened was the shooter went into the school and began shooting many times. She could not even give a definitive number of how many times the shooter shot, saying only that the shooter was using a single revolver handgun and reloaded multiple times. And when asked how many times the shooter shot, she simply said, a lot. Right now, law enforcement is commending the actions of both the students and teachers who sadly know this routine very well. They had practiced it. They say that is the reason that so many lives were saved. Here's more from spokeswoman Jackie Kelly.
The students and the staff at the schools were amazing. They did their job. They did it well. And lives were saved yesterday because of the actions they took during their lockdown drill. We know that the suspect had a handgun. He had to keep reloading. He would fire and reload, fire and reload, fire and reload. This went on and on. And as he did that, he tried to find new targets. And he came up against a roadblock on many of those doors. He couldn't get to those kids.
Boris, what Kelly also said is that the school normally does have a school resource officer. They used to have a full-time resource officer, but now they're working on a blend because that school resource officer, who's normally full-time, was on medical leave. And at the time, a school resource officer was on campus until 10:30, 2 hours before the shooting, but had been dispatched to a traffic accident. So at the very moment of that shooting, there was no school resource officer on campus, Boris.
Winnie Wild, thank you so much for the update.
Man. All right, so first take is good thing he didn't have a switch on his gun or a rifle that shoots multiple times. It's a good thing that he only had a handgun. Well, it ain't a good thing, but you know, it could have been worse had he had a semi-automatic weapon. It's sad. I mean, when is this gonna stop? When are they gonna do something about these type of shootings in schools? And prayers goes out to the 2 students that's in critical condition. Hopefully they make it through. The young man, they said he died from a self-inflicted wound. But another thing too is the resource officers. They said just so happenly the resource officer that was at the school got dispatched to another crime and left about 10:30. So I wonder, did the kid know he left? And I think they're gonna have to start doing more with definitely, if you're not going to have any armed security there, maybe you do need to start letting some of these teachers have a weapon or something. Because in a situation like that where only one person got a gun and he trying to kill folks, usually that situation usually ain't going to turn out too good. But it's crazy that I'm just finding out about this because this happened yesterday too. The Charlie Kirk guy, he stole all the headlines and all the outrage. I didn't see any news coverage from this on Fox News. Of course, because Fox News is the Trump news. So only thing they covered was the Charlie situation. I seen CNN did cover this. But yeah, it's sad that we still having these shootouts or these school shootings. It wasn't no shootout because there's only one person shooting. So these school shootings, and I don't know. I just need to know more to the story. It's hard to. What was going on with this kid was this some type of kid that was bullied, even though it wouldn't make it right. But I just want to know more about what actually took place. He came to school with a gun. Maybe it's time to start, like I seen at some, like years ago, I had a basketball game at Jesse Beto. Jericho Mustard Penis. Who the hell was this? Oh, somebody from YouTube trolling. Mustard Penis. But years ago when I was in high school, and it was crazy because we went to I had a basketball game, and they had metal detectors at the school. Jesse Beto and Vallejo. I don't know who this person is. Cherkoff on YouTube. He put Mustard Penis. I'll quit. You'll quit what? So maybe they need to start doing metal detectors, getting more security at these schools, you know. And RIP to my niece / goddaughter. She lost her life at Stag, and due to a grown man coming on campus stabbing her. So I think this situation probably was a little harder to tell since it was a student at the school. But at the same time, something needs to be done. I seen My Love Sweet. She posts. She was in Arkansas. She posted I think her nieces and nephews going to school where they have to wear these clear backpacks where you can see what's in the backpack. That helps, even though you still can hide shit in between shit, you know, but it definitely helps a little bit. But yeah, just sad that this situation didn't get much coverage yesterday. And thank God none of the kids have passed away. They're in critical condition, so hopefully they make it through. Maybe that's why, because they didn't die. But I still think it's something that should have been spoke on, something that should have been covered, because we have far too much of this. For this kid to take a handgun and reload and reload and reload, he had too much time. But like they said, good job with the teachers and the students. I guess they go through these drills, lockdown drills, where they say he was trying to go to different doors, and I guess he couldn't get in some of the classrooms or whatever. I don't know much. Let me try to find another video and try to get a little more to this story, because I haven't seen anything about it on Facebook really. So, and I am gonna definitely get back on the. Just came on. What happened? Talking about the school shooting in Colorado. High school student at I guess Evergreen High School or something like that. I guess a kid that goes to school there came to school with a handgun and shot two kids, and then ended up, as they said, shooting himself and killing himself. But the two kids are currently in critical condition. So hopefully they make it through. It's just sad. I wanted to touch on this a little bit because it's sad that this happened yesterday, but it's been out covered by what was going on with the Charlie guy, and nobody talked about these kids, the school shooting, which I think these school shootings are becoming far too common. And it's like nobody's really doing anything about it. I definitely think every school should have some type of officer on duty at the schools. It's got to that point. It's damn near to the point where you got to start letting these teachers carry guns to protect these kids. It's getting to that point because when somebody approaches, when one person got a gun and he willing to kill whoever, including himself, and you got to wait for the police to get there. You got to wait for security to get there, all that. Too much time goes by. But where if somebody else had a gun, they may have prevented him from shooting anybody. I don't know how long he was shooting, but they said he reloaded. I guess he shot a lot of times with a handgun. Now imagine if he had an automatic weapon. Or, imagine what that would have done versus him shooting a handgun. But yes, we're in a crazy world, man. Kids can't even go to school. Back in my days when I went to school, we didn't have these type of issues. I mean, it was random. We had the Cleveland elementary school shooting, but it wasn't so common like as it is nowadays. So yeah, I definitely think they need to have. Hold on, let me see. Doorbell camera shows kids fleeing school in the Colorado shooting. Okay. It ain't gonna really show much of that. Let me check that out. Share it live, y'all. We're streaming from YouTube and Facebook right now. See, I'm getting a little bad signal.
2 students in Colorado are still in the hospital after being shot at their school yesterday. It happened at Evergreen High School just outside of Denver. And let me play for you what another student at the school said about what they experienced.
I was scared and I felt like sick because I was worried.
Did you text mom, dad?
I texted my mom.
What were those messages kind of like?
I just told her what was happening and that I was safe, but scared.
CNN's Whitney Wild is following this. Whitney, 2 victims in the hospital. The shooter is dead. What is the latest here? Kate, there's very little information at this point, but here's what I can tell you about how this day unfolded. These 911 calls for a shooting came in the 3rd week of school. It was 12:24 Mountain Time. Immediately, law enforcement swarmed the area. Kids started running. You saw just a quick clip there, and we're going to go back to it. That was video from a doorbell camera that caught swarms of kids trying to flee, looking for anywhere they could find safety, as more than 100 police officers descended on this school within 2 minutes, Kate. Within 5 minutes, they were able to contact the shooter. They say law enforcement did not fire a weapon, but instead that student who committed this atrocious crime died of a self-inflicted gunshot wound later at the hospital. This was immediately throwing a pretty large school, Kate. I mean, there are 900 kids at this school, immediately throwing those 900 children into terror, into chaos. Here's, again, some doorbell video that caught the moments those kids were trying to run. They had found a home nearby that they were trying to enter. So you see one student here, and then if you look in the back, you'll start to see streams of other kids coming in, and then eventually it's a small crowd of kids trying to seek refuge in this home. At Evergreen, just to give you you some context, is an area that sits in the mountains. And so these homes are sort of spread among the trees, among the mountains. It is an otherwise idyllic, beautiful area that, again, was just thrown into horror yesterday. Again, 2 students shot, 1 remains in critical condition. Law enforcement says that while they responded as quickly as they could, there is never enough time. These shootings happen so quickly, and this is an area that knows that too well. Colorado has had a string of atrocious school shootings, so they are sadly, very routine responses for law enforcement there. They know how to respond to them quickly, but sadly, they always know that no matter how well you do in those situations, it is just not enough time. Here is what one parent said about this experience.
We got to fix this. It's our turn. We got to fix it. It's got to change. These kids deserve safety. The staff deserves safety.
Mom, when you see that line of parents back there, I mean, you have your little boy and you are assuming going home, but when you see that line, what do you think?
My heart's with them. They're devastated. This is not okay. And I feel for them. And I'm sending everybody love, and I'm so sorry. It's going to get better. I have hope. We're going to fix this.
This investigation is just beginning. Law enforcement, as of last night, was working on obtaining a search warrant for the shooter's home. We have to assume at this point that search warrant has been obtained, but we will bring you the very latest on what evidence they find from that search warrant and more information as the day unfolds. Kate.
All right, Whitney, thank you very, very much for your reporting on this. Whitney, we'll have much more on this throughout the morning.
Yeah, I definitely believe every school, definitely in Colorado, like they said, it's been common. It's been common in Colorado for these high school shootings. There needs to be more security on campus. As they said, there was a resource officer who was there, but got a call for a different crime, had to leave for a different crime. I think there need to be a full-time officer there at definitely each high school out there. And I mean, with a lot of other high schools too. Back when I was in high school, let me see, school police was there most of the time. We had a couple officers, Officer Storms, Officer Jennings, that would be on campus, and this wasn't like an era where a lot of high school shootings took place. So you would think now, like they would employ an officer like they do teachers. They would have at least some type of campus officer on duty at all times at these schools. Definitely in areas where it's known to happen more than often, or more than not. So I think they got to do better and protect these kids. Kids shouldn't have to go through this, for no reason. And like I said, I want to know more context to what exactly caused this young man to go to school strapped up and commit this crime. Thank God that the students are still alive. They're in critical condition though, so praying for the best. This young man took his own life, and so it kind of maybe I don't know. Like I got to get some more information on it, but I just had to touch on it a little bit because it happened yesterday, but I just found out about it today, and because the Charlie Kirk situation was swarming our news feeds, so we didn't get to hear about this yesterday. But I would like to get some more insight on it, some more details. But there's not that much coverage on YouTube about it. Like I said, Fox News didn't even cover it at all. CNN got a couple things about it, but I do want to get back to the speak on the Charlie Kirk situation, because I did a live on it last night. And one of the things that upsetted me was some of the stuff that he said about black pilots. Now, somebody sent me more context of that conversation that he was having, which made that a little better, but it didn't make his all his rhetoric okay, you know. So, but I gotta keep it real. Because I got more context to what he meant by the black pilots. So I guess with DEI, they require, I guess, these airlines to hire all these spots on YouTube. So yeah, Larry's in the building. Larry, I did get more context to the black pilot stuff he was talking about. I heard it all. I heard how the conversation arose and what he was really saying. So with the DEI, they required, I guess, these airlines to hire 40% of 40% be black pilots. And what the dude was saying was, to make that quota, they probably just hire any black people just to make that quota, whether they're qualified or not. So it made a little more sense to me, but it still don't say, oh, this is a good guy. Like, no, he got a lot of other shit. He got a lot of other shit that I ain't got no extra context to. So I still feel the same way I felt, just not on that matter, because I understand who is these people on YouTube. Maybe that's why I'm going YouTube. We got all these come underwear, mission complete. Make sure to not get any piss bonus. I don't know where these YouTube people come from, but I'm streaming on YouTube now. Larry, you want me to send you the link? Larry, you can come on. You don't like how he said it, that's all. No, what I said, I don't like how he said. I don't like how he said it. But now that I got more context to it, I understand what he was saying now. I understand what he was saying on that situation. He got a lot of other shit. He done said a whole lot of other shit that I'm probably never gonna understand. But I'm not gonna say he was just right on a lot. Hold on, let me send you the link if you want to come on, Larry. Hold on. Let me see. I'm trying to get some people on here. I'm gonna get y'all thoughts. Get y'all thoughts on some shit. All right. I'll send you the link, Larry. Check your inbox. I'll send you the link. Oh, and then I'm gonna play this video too. This girl sent me. Like, how do y'all like? Seeing this girl send me tripped me out. I'm gonna play that. Let me see. Wait on Larry to get on here. I believe she's white or Mexican. She sent me a link of a black girl speaking highly of this dude, like it's gonna change my thoughts on it. But if anybody want to come up, let me know. We can get back to the school shooting, but we also gonna cover this Charlie situation a little more because I did get further context on one of the things he said. That that little short clip didn't tell it all, didn't tell all he was saying. So I got to keep it real. It didn't give me that other information. You know, it made it look like a certain way on that small clip. So I can be real about that. After hearing the whole thing, I kind of understand what he was saying better. But all other bullshit I searched, I also got context to a whole bunch of other shit he was saying that didn't make me feel no other way about him, as far as thinking he was for us. I don't know how people going around, black folks going around talking about he was for us. I don't know where they got that from. I don't know if I'm missing something or what, but I don't think nothing involves Trump is for us. I'm sorry. Larry, I sent you the link. Check your inbox. Click the link in your inbox. Pull you up. But yeah, prayers go out to the 2 people that were shot in Colorado with the school shooting. Said they're both in critical condition. The shooter died of a self-inflicted wound. So they say 100 police came up and made contact. Okay, we got Larry in the studio. Hold on, let me see. All right, you off the hook a little bit, man. Not all the way though.
Yeah, you got a little bit more context, huh?
You going in and out.
Did you get a little bit more context?
Sound like a robot. I don't know if it's my Wi-Fi or yours.
Let me see.
Talk now.
All right, is it better?
Oh, there you go. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, man. So I did get the context, the further context of what he was saying about the black pilots, about the DEI situation. You know, so I understand what he was saying better. You know, I did. You know, that little clip didn't tell it all.
I mean, I'm not gonna take the fact that it's still racist people in this world, and it's still people that's in power and can control what happens, but I'm not gonna not acknowledge that I want the best. But like you said, when it comes to pilots, I want the best pilot, right? I would want
Yeah, hold on,
man.
real quick. Let me get the door. Hold that thought real quick.
I want the man that can fly the plane the best, whether he black, white, Mexican.
I think you froze up again. Oh, there you go.
No.
What were you saying about you want the best pilot?
I said I want the best pilot regardless, whether he black, white, Mexican, whatever he is. I want the best one.
We all do, as we all should.
You got to take it, and not even me being the passenger wasn't the best one. If I own the company, I would want the best pilots. You feel me?
Yeah.
You got to think of it like that.
But
If I own a airline, I want the best pilots, regardless if you black, white, or whatever. I'm looking at the test scores and who tests the best. But DEI is allowing for more minorities to be allowed inside these fields, which I can understand why they weren't allowed in the beginning. But No.
You going in, but if the hiring process was fair, guess what? We wouldn't have to put in affirmative action. We wouldn't have to put in this DEI stuff. We wouldn't have to do those certain things if the hiring process was fair.
We already
So
put in affirmative action was already put in. DEI is the next form of affirmative action. They already
yeah,
put affirmative action into place, which allowed, like, the thing people kept talking about is that black lady. They kept saying that he kept saying black women are this or that. Was they listening to the whole clip of what that black lady even said about herself? She said that she was most likely hired as a DEI person, but she didn't get her degree as a DEI person. So she graduated and got her and did what she had to do, but she understood that she was most likely hired because she was black.
so that makes her still qualified for it then, right?
That don't mean she was the best. She might have been qualified, yes, but do that mean that she was the best to be the best? You get what I'm saying?
You going in and
That
out.
that's
Now,
what
what determines the best? How do you know who the best is? How do you know who the best is?
I don't know. I ain't got I don't write the test for the pilots, so I don't know what test
Your
scores or what.
Wi-Fi messed up.
I don't know what or how the test goes, so I wouldn't know how it go. But like I say, I understand on both ends. I get it on both ends.
I don't know. I don't know if that's your Wi-Fi or my Wi-Fi, but you sound robotic, and I can't hear you clearly. I don't know. Is anybody in the chat? Let me know. Can y'all hear me clear? Is it my Wi-Fi or his? Can y'all hear me clearly?
Yeah, so on my boy about the pilots and the DEI and the gun violence. They don't know about gun violence too. Should we be able to own guns? Should we be able to bear arms?
Should we be able to bear arms?
Yeah. Should we be able to own
Yeah,
guns?
I believe so. Yeah. Come with
I
certain
mean,
requirements.
a lot of people talking about him and how he wanted, the Second Amendment. How he died by a gun.
I think there should be some restrictions.
I mean, there are restrictions. Everybody can't go get a gun. There are restrictions. Everybody can't go get a gun.
It seems like they can, to me.
Legally, you can't go get a gun.
I mean, everybody at 18, they say you 18, you can go buy a rifle or shit. Different states is different policies or whatever. But
True.
it's not that hard to legally get a gun. It's not that hard at all. You just got to pass a common sense type of test.
The hard part is not having nothing on your record.
I'm mad because I can't hear you, but my boy in the chat said I hear you both fine, but I can't hear you.
You gotta have a clean record in California to own a gun. No restraining orders, no nothing like that in order to have a gun in California. But they so hard on my boy and he got killed by a gun because he was for the Second Amendment that I would hate for the government to come try to take everybody's gun from them. Then what do we do to protect ourselves if it came down to it?
But if most people who can legally get a gun had a gun, don't you think that'll bring more crime?
You got to think of it like Texas. You know, Texas is an open carry state, and it's a what is it? No, hold your ground. I forgot how you say it, but
Stand your ground. Stand your ground.
stand your ground. So you know, I would assume it's less shootouts out there, knowing that you know the other person most likely got a gun.
I'm mad.
If I know you got a gun, if I know you got a gun too, I'm most likely ain't gonna pull out on you.
I didn't catch what you said.
I said if I know you got a gun, it's less likely that that's gonna happen.
I ain't feeling this StreamYard, man. Every time I use this StreamYard, there's some issues. Let me see. Hold on. You cool and then you ain't cool.
I can hear yours. Maybe it's mine. My Wi-Fi good though. Looking up like I'm on see shit. I can't see no comments. That's what I wanted to see.
My boy said, didn't that law recently change? If it's battery, it's only 10 years. Well, I guess he responded to something you said. And I didn't hear what you said about. I didn't hear what you said.
Yeah, it could change. I just say because if you got a restraining order or something in California, you can't just go get a gun. You gotta have all your shit. You gotta have all your shit together. No felonies, no nothing like that.
By the way, this is my other problem with death penalty. It takes too long to.
Oh, man, I can't.
Tell them what they said. They said, Mac, answer the question, man. Reparations. Where we supposed to get reparations from?
People just to make that quota.
Mac.
Hold on, let me.
Tell them what they said. They said, Mac, answer the question, man. Reparations. Where we supposed to get reparations from?
Oh, okay. I can hear you. I'm listening on my phone. I can hear you on my phone clear, but I can't hear you on here. You said reparations. Where we supposed to? The government.
But who pays them? Who pays them?
The government. Huh?
So our taxes, we pay ourselves?
Who getting it?
But who pays them?
You said who getting it?
Who getting it? Who paying for it? Who pays it?
Us as black people getting it. What you mean who getting it?
No, but like you and me?
No, the government's money, man. They can print money. We got money.
Who paying for it?
We got money for wars, but can't feed the poor. Type shit.
So they just supposed to give us how much money they supposed to give me?
Oh, the government's money, man. They can print money. We got money. We got money for wars, but can't feed the poor. Type shit.
So they just supposed to give us how much money they supposed to give me?
Well, if we finally do get it, nigga, just give somebody else yours. It sound like you don't want it.
Why do we get it? Why do we get it? So they just supposed to give us how much money they supposed to give me?
Well, if we finally do get it, nigga, just give somebody else yours. I'm mad I can't hear you on my thing live. I gotta hear you delayed.
Why do we get it? Why do we get it?
I gotta hear you delayed on my off my phone. I'm mad I can't hear you on my thing live. I gotta hear you delayed.
So we supposed to pay taxes and then receive them.
Hey, go out and come back in. Let me see if I can hear you better when you go out and come back in. I'm gonna take you down. There we go. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I hear it on my phone clearly, but I don't hear him when I'm talking to him straight from my live. So let's see if he come back in here and see if it worked in. I do want to get to something else. This girl sent me a video of a black girl talking about it, and I guess she thought this was supposed to change my mind about dude. Let me see. All right, see. That you say. All right, try now.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can.
It's a little better now.
Oh no, I'm still doing the same shit.
Not the comment.
Same shit. This goddamn StreamYard be bullshit. Yeah, I went on StreamYard so I can be able to pull people up. Hold on. I know what I'm gonna do. I can pull people up from my tablet. So I'm just gonna go live on my Facebook off my tablet. I just don't like the lighting on my tablet. Or maybe I do it on my phone. All right, I'm gonna start this live over. Yeah, I'm gonna go live on my phone where I'm able to bring people up and actually hear people. So I'll be right back.